So today we are going to be talking about the real interest rate. This is also commonly referred to as the Fischer Effect in honor of the economist Irving Fisher. Because the reality is that up to this point, we've only really been talking about the dollar amounts of money that we'll have at various times. We haven't really accounted for inflation in any of these scenarios. We've talked about how, if you invest $100,000 now, in 40 years from now, that $100,000 at a certain interest rate will become a few million dollars. But will that few million dollars be worth the same as we're imagining it will be worth in today's money, right? With how much, a few million dollars can get you today. Well, no, it's going to be worth less than what we're picturing because we're not accounting for inflation in any of these cases. So here we're going to account for inflation in order to answer this question. An investor requires a real rate of return of 8% annually, so 8% but accounting for inflation. If the inflation rate is 4%, what is the nominal interest rate? All right, so in this case, we're going to have 1 plus the nominal interest rate is equaling 1 plus the real interest rate that is required, which is 8% for this investor, times 1 plus 4% for the inflation rate. So that is going to be 1.08 times 1.04. So what would that be? If I grab my calculator, I get that that is going to be 1.1232, which that means that if we subtract 1 from both sides, we get the nominal interest rate is 0.1232. So therefore, the nominal interest rate, meaning the interest rate that the investor must receive from the bank in order for his real interest rate, according to inflation, to be 8%, he actually needs 12.32% as the nominal interest rate from the bank in this case.